Hello? Am I streaming? Yeah, wait. Let's get this going. Hey guys, it's Turok, and the new One Piece chapter apparently came out earlier than I thought, so I'm gonna review it now. Boy, it's a good one and a tense one, and some of it pisses me off a little bit. Ugh, I had hopes for one character in this, and that character severely disappointed me. But maybe we'll have a little hope for him at the end. Um, First of all, I'm the last chapter. Wait, why come the other chapters aren't here? Then I have, let's see. So the last chapter was where the Straw Hats, there it is. I do have it here. Okay. In the last chapter, we we got to first of all see what happened at with the rest of the world reacting to the events of the Lucia, the side effects I should say, because the people had quakes and tsunamis, and the water level apparently went higher. And but then we switched to the main part, the build up here of Egghead, the this sort of like the climax, where right where a siege has begun now in Egghead. The you might hear some thunder. I got a bad storm passing over. Uh, Hopefully my power won't go out, but I wanted to get this done tonight because tomorrow's my chore day. So yeah, siege has started. Uh, we got not Sen Goku. Sentomaru has got the lower island of Egghead flanked with all those uh Mark III pacifistas, which are still are more advanced versions of the original ones we saw 2 years ago, starting where they look like Kuma, and then we got the Straw Hats are and the um, Satellite and Vegapunk are all at the top, locked in. And outside of there is Kizaru leading a battalion of, I don't know if that's the right group name, of, I think it's like 100 ships, and it's like 30,000 Marines. And St. Saturn is even there, and as far as the Marines are concerned, only Kizaru and Vice Admiral Doberman are aware of his position, him being there. Obviously, there's also it looks like he's got a couple of his Pangea Castle guards with him, and the chapter ended off where York sent a call out that to the Gorosei. Is that working right? Yeah, the Gorosei, and you know what? Am I in there right? Yeah, hold on a sec. We go like that. The Gorosei and Kizaru listening on this call where York was talking about her terms, and they want to still keep her alive, because they need her. They need one of the Vegapunks to power that machine they used to destroy Lucia, and they're going to try and keep most of the lab intact, as we'll see here. And then we find out that she's been captured already by the Straw Hats. There was like, this is the next day from the last time we saw them, so somehow they caught her overnight and just caught her and disabled, or we'll see now eventually, like more than that with the Seraphim. We're able to take them down, stop them, not take them down like destroy them or kill them, but stop them, disable them, sort of. Um, so yeah, that's that. And so we start off here where we finish with Luffy and the others talking this direct line that York had to uh the Gorosei. Actually, this brings up an interesting question. How do you create how does the do they use a telephone like system with the Denden Mushi to contact people? I'm trying to remember when I seen the Denden Mushi if they have some kind of telephone number system thing. Because I was just wondering what the how you because York obviously has a direct line to the Gorosei, and I dealt with the Denden Mushis. You can, unless you got like some super one that can bypass all this whatever system is installed, you can't just tell Denden Bushy, hey, I want to talk to the girls today. So say you're like the say you're like you know, Usopp's friends, the little kids in his village, and they're saying, "Hey, well, you know what's be cool? Let's make a prank call to the girl thing." And they just say they're Denden Wushi, find them, and it can't do that, I'm sure. So York has a direct line here, and so Luffy takes over the line. Usopp was like holding it up to York at the last chapter because um, they had her chained up on the ground, and Zoro's standing guard over her to make sure she don't try anything funny. And Usopp was holding the like a little walkie-talkie type thing toward her. The little what do they call those? I don't know my lingo anymore with that. Wait a minute, hold on a second. How come I can't? Why is this so big? Hold on a second, because then I can't see my hand. I was messing around with this because after I'm done doing this review, I'm gonna stream here my the new episode should be out soon. Why can't I get this just to go like this? Uh-oh. No, did I freeze? Oh, I thought I froze. What? Come on. How come this won't fit within this window? Oh, that's weird. Fine. Frig it. That's weird. I thought I could make that fit. Is that not in a widescreen? Anyways, so Luffy takes the mic thing and he talks to the he starts a conversation here pretty good. He does his basic thing. He tells I'll becoming the pirates, like he always does. But then he makes a bold statement. He pointed out we're aligned with Vegapunk. Now make back off your fleet right now if you care about York's safety. And then this is where we first get a little conversation. We have this one saint. What's his name? I'm not gonna get the names anymore. He's the tall guy with the beard. He wait, I guess I could pull up their names quickly. Gorosei. I should have this pulled up quicker, but it's the one with the tall guy with the beard. What's his name? Saint Marcus. Yeah, Marcus says that you're Straw Hat Luffy, and he I think they must know how Luffy thinks because they he tries to trick Luffy into saying, you know, how many people are still alive, and Luffy begins to answer that. Um, and one of those, someone Nami or Robin stop him and have them hang up there. Yeah, it's not Robin. Robin's there because we didn't see Robin at the end of the last chapter, but she's there now, and yeah, and Luffy doesn't understand strategy clearly because he says Robin informs her like we can't tell them information. They'll easily learn about us and use that to their advantage. But Luffy thinks, oh, won't that make them withdraw their fleet if we did that? But like Usopp screams at him like, no, that won't happen. And you got Nami there like, oh God, Luffy, you're so stupid when it comes to stuff. Well, clearly he's never been in these situations. He doesn't have the experience, and he's never talked to him to teach him this, I guess. Also, I forgot when this is happening. It sounds like looks like Morgan's is somehow listening into this call. We see a shot with him and Vivi and oh, what's his name again? Oh shit, I can't think of his name. I'm blanking on that twit from Drum Island. And so, anyways, then we switch over to Saint Garcia, who's there on the scene, and uh also, I felt too when York was when Luffy's making those demands. York's freaking out again because she thinks they're gonna kill her. Um, oh, and this brings up something I was talking about months ago. So Saint Garcia, I think he's talking to Doberman here. But yeah, Vice Admiral Doberman's still present with him, and he talks about what their priorities are going to be in this mission, this siege here, to protect safety, New York, protect the brain that is the disconnected brain of Vegapunk and the power plant or whatever and other resources they need for those for the mother flame and everything else can go. Uh, and then Doberman tries to ask him, well, what about Lucci and the other Cipher Pol agents? And Saturn's like, well, I would want to say them, but it's more important to worry about these other things than these other three things I laid out. So and then we just then I wonder if Doberman is regretting working for the world government here because Saturn says humans are like insects. As long as we just even if we reduce their numbers, they can multiply again. So it doesn't matter. So we're getting a sign of how they view their power. Real fucked up. These guys, I can't wait for these guys to go down. Their idea of controlling the world is fucked up. They're clearly, it's funny too, because I don't know if that's just them enjoying their power, touching a little bit, but or if they're maybe just basically subservient to Eames' desires and stuff. Like, oh, we can rule the world. It's funny how these kind of villains work, where they think, oh, I can rule over people, and it doesn't matter what I do to them. It's similar to that. I was rewatching the movie Robin Hood, the one that was made about 13 years ago with Ridley Scott and Russell Crowe. And that movie was about the idea of how um, the difference whether it matters more that the king matters more or the people, and that's clearly what these girls say are clearly in the same mindset that King John is in there, where no, I matter more, you guys need me, and it's more like no, it's a two-way relationship. We need a strong leader, but the people matter, and you need to respect the people and treat them right. Otherwise, you're gonna have uprisings and stuff, which is what's happening here. We got the Revolutionary Army, who is standing up against the world government because of these what do you call it? Let me just check my stream thing a second. Because of these uh fallacies and un what's the word I'm looking for? How unfair it is that they just treat people like this, like that. Oh, you need us. We're in charge and you're not, and stuff like that. um. So we switch back to York, who's pointing out to the I don't think York's definitely a friggin' how do I put this? You can tell why she's the one who would have done this because she is worried they're gonna kill her still, and she's trying to uh, puff up her importance here to keep herself alive. And she's like she says like I made a deal with them. You better not hurt me. Uh, and then if you do, they'll destroy you guys like they did O'Hara. So you need me alive, which I don't think they were planning on killing her. So, but she's clearly, that's how she is. Um, can I put this down? Let's see. I should have put this over here. How are we on time for that thing? Okay. Anyways, so when she does it, starts screaming like that, she starts pissing Nami off, and Nami's trying to Nami just gives her a whack with her staff thing to shut her up, and Nico has to keep her under control. Like, please don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not do that now because we have to keep her alive. She's like essentially saying that York's kind of right. You can't just act like that. Oh wait, 1 second. Let me just get this other screen ready. Forgot to do this. Do this later. Shit. Hmm. put this over here like that, so I can keep an eye on my streaming stuff. I can go put this like that. Good, and pull this. Wait, and put this. How much time I got left till that unpiece comes out? 23. No less. Not yet. Oh, anyways, yes. Wait. It's recording. We're back in this main shot of this room. We're back in this room now. Nami is in this picture now. We see some of the other people there. We see some of the other Seraphim here. We got Atlas, Lilith, Vegapunk's there. We see Kaku too. He's in the back. He's all beat up there and he's sitting next to Lucci, probably bandaged up. It looks like from by Chopper. And see, then we got Luffy and Bonnie at the bottom eating more. Usopp's working on the radio stuff. Let's see. Wait, who's saying that? So Kaku's like beat up, and he's talking about how he feels a little ashamed of himself that he got beat up so badly, even though he was facing off against two Seraphim. And Lucci just tells him, "Oh, it's okay. Just rest for now." And then we got so Atlas is in the corner working on something, and Lilith is there holding the body of who is that? Which one? Edison. And she's crying because of the so some of the satellites did die here. We found out two of them actually did, and she's crying over their dead. So Shaka's definitely dead. Pythagoras, and she thinks Edison is dead, but someone corrects like, no, Edison's okay. Just he's all bandaged up. And so they're all still working together here to recover. Suppose we got Jinbei, Zoro, Brook. They're all in the background. Frankie's there. He's okay. Here's where I get mad. I'm real mad here. Friggin' Lucci, we see him talking to himself. At first I thought that was like someone else, but he's relaying information. I thought for sure he was gonna like help them get out of here, but no, his alliance with them is clearly over. And he's giving information. We'll see shortly who. He's pointing out that the Vegapunks, like 4 of them are injured, 2 are dead. And then he starts talking about the Straw Hat crew condition. And we see Kaku. Kaku's not in on this yet. He's like, Lucci, are you whispering to yourself? Oh no, what are you whispering? And then Lucci's like, now I'm just talking to myself. Great. Really fucking great, Lucci. Great job. Don't you realize they'll just dispose of you if they can? Don't you get it? He still doesn't get it. He thinks that he's still doing his duty to the very friggin' end. But we get to a more positive part of this. So apparently the Straw Hats helped out the other Cypher Pole agents that York kept prisoner down there and starved to death, or close to. Usopp checks in on them. He's asked if he's checking in on them, and what they've done is they got one of those machines that make a bunch of food, the special vending machines, and they're feeding them. And a bunch of them are eating and drinking and celebrating here. And a lot of them are starting to thank the Straw Hats for helping them. And there's something like, no, don't thank them. They're still enemies. And someone like, can you get us out of here now? And Usopp's like, no, I don't think we can now. Or maybe he just means we're not going to let you out just because we can't trust you. I thought maybe he meant we can't. But and then some of them are afraid of being still trapped down there because we find out that the 4 Seraphim that they captured them all in those sea bubbles and they locked them up in the down there in that basement level next to the other Cypher Pole agents. And some of them are asking some of the Cypher Pole agents ask Vegapunk, like, aren't these things your allies? Why do you got them all locked up? And Vegapunk points out, well, what if they got out of control and kill us all? And then another one asks, well, what are we safe down here? And Vegapunk's like, well, yeah, they're okay. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, they're okay. They're using those bubble shields like you saw this that Mark threes can use. So they got them in some kind of they got them trapped each in a bubble here. And you know what I noticed too with I was gonna bring this up a while back and I forgot. With the one that looks like Kuma, he never shows any emotion. Except for right now, he looks kind of like upset that he's trapped. But I noticed like the other three, Jinbei's really doesn't either. Now that I think about it, but um, um, only looks like Aboa and Mihawk really try to usually show emotion, and they look quite upset to be in here. Actually, yeah, Mihawk's is like, "How dare you lock us in here?" And um, so wait, how come I can't? I gotta look swing this. So yeah, Vegapunk's going on a little bit about uh he goes on a little bit more about these bubbles, how useful they are, and that they're even bomb blast resistant. I wonder if that will come up later. Maybe they can use those as a way to help find it, protect them from protect the place from damage when those if they start getting bombarded. Um, and then we get something interesting here about the how the pacifistas are with you don't need it. So we find something interesting about the about Boa, how because remember Frankie was turned into a what was it? Oh, that's just my bro. Frankie was turned into a petrified parsley, and then so Frankie didn't even think we're grateful, even though we have to lock you up. I'm grateful that you helped us out to us snakes. She says, "I'm grateful." He says, "I'm grateful you undoing the petrification." So I know Frankie was partially petrified. He unpetrified Lilith. Uh, well, oh yeah, did he get Usopp too? Yeah, and Usopp, right? So so we find out what we find out here, and like uh, Vegapunk, like Lilith said earlier when they had those sea beasts, like how I didn't remember programming her. She so Luffy went up to Boa or the Boa S Snake and said, "Hey, you have to." Could he? I don't think he realizes this is not really Boa. Could he just calls her Hancock here, and orders the Elsa like, "You have to undo that petrification." Maybe by this time Frankie became fully petrified. Like you have to help them. You're the only one, please. And we find out that Boa. So this you know what this she must have been cloned sometime after Boa met her, because she seems she has feelings. This S Snake has feelings for Luffy the same way a actual Hancock does. And she breaks down and says, "Yeah, I'll do it. Please stop staring at me directly in my eyes." And so we that was a little flashback, I should say, that they show here. And we switch back to the present, and we see Jinbei laughing how much it's funny how much Hancock is a perfect replica of her, and because she looks down on everyone except Luffy. And this thing he comments like it's funny how the Seraphim have the same emotions that their originals do. And then we see Vegapunk making notes of this, like how this still happens when you make a clone. And we see Luffy because they're still like communicating to the downstairs. Luffy goes up to the Denden Mushi and thanks the S Snake again, and she gets all flustered and does the thing like Boa does. I like saying Boa because I know it's her last name. And he's like, "Oh, Did that mean? Did he just say he loves me?" So now we switch over to Atlas giving a status report to Vegapunk about what's going on. That she's got all the comms working, but the Frontier Dome um, is still locked, which means they're still trapped inside. Actually, that's interesting. If they're trapped inside, I wonder how Kizaru was planning on trying to get into there. Was he hoping? He want if they I wonder if he's hoping that they can force their way in to that they have some kind of weapons to actually do that. Uh, and now we get fucking what's her name? York gloating. So she's like, huh, you can't get that dome open. I used a password to lock everything up. And the bad news is I hid the information from you guys. From because so it sounds like she's able to. So when they usually are doing all their daily activities and the research, everything gets automatically uploaded to the brain. But she's found a way to hide that password so that they can't get the information. And she starts gloating further, like, God, now that I got with that password and the world government on my side, I'm protected. Again, I don't. They don't want to kill you, York. They just want to get the frig out of there, you dumbass. You I kind of hope I kind of wish Vegapunk would just destroy that power plant. Now that he knows, now that they know what they want, he should probably just destroy that thing on their way out if they can. And Lilith is screaming at her like you stupid son of a you're getting on my nerves. So now Dusty's talking to Vegapunk about okay we got a problem here. We're surrounded and we can't get out. But it seems I forgot. I think this chapter is called Escape Plan or something like that. Because then we get to Vegapunk starts coming up with something here. The satellite. I mean, the Stella. Uh, and he starts asking, okay, if we. He first asks, okay, where's your road poneglyph? Not road poneglyph. Where's your thing pointing to? He asks now, yeah, where's your what do you call that thing? The log post pointing to. And she's like, okay, it's she said it's not pointing anything now, but I know there's another. We can follow directions that we got from Wano, and she says one of them points. Wait, so it is kind of pointing toward a direction, and Vegapunk informs her that that's where. Oh yeah, that's where Elbaf is. Um, this shocks the pants off. Well, not literally, of Luffy and Usopp. And they're like, "Oh, we're finally gonna go there. We've been waiting since we met Dorian Bragi." And they start celebrating in the background. Oh, look at that, right? And we got Sanji here. He gives Stussy a cup of coffee while this is happening too. Um, so now, also we get a little scene here where freaking Lucci's just giving Stussy the death stare. Like, how could you still betray us? How could you still do this in front of me? And she says, "Will you quit staring at me?" So now, this is good and bad. So this plan sounds great, but he's talking about this in front of Lucci. But Vegapunk starts bringing up a plan here, and the first thing he's talking about is that luckily your ship's up here with us because they brought it up. Lilith brought it up there. So, but because we're surrounded, we can't just go back down and escape on the coast from like this. Just disembark, not disembark, embark out. What's the right word? I don't know. From right there. So uh, so then he talks about okay. First thing we should do is go to the back of the island. It looks like the back of where the lava is, which faces toward where Elbaf is, and we'll use the Vegapunk to fly away and carry your ship with us too. Then he points out, but we can't go far because it will lose power once it's out of that range of the island. But then Frankie points out that because they can just kind of fly a bit short range with the Sunny, that we could just use that to carry us the rest of the way. And Vegapunk is fascinated with that, especially when Frankie tells him it's powered by cola. So then Atlas says, "Okay, that's great, but now we still got to disable this the thing first. The shield that is powered up, and York is password protected." And York gloats again. "Oh, you're not gonna get the password from me, but But then the Vegapunk and Edison and Atlas are like, don't. In that case, we're gonna just have to hack it. Don't you underestimate us, the rest of us. Uh, so then Vegapunk tells Lilith, "You take charge of the Vega Force, the robot," and this plan starts unfolding here. Uh, so they start going out there. Who is that? Some of the Straw Hats are going out there. They're hurrying out there because they don't know when the other three will get the shield down. So who is that? Oh, that's most of us. So we got, and Bonnie's going with them too, actually. Um, so so while they're doing this, some of the priorities here, the other characters is funny. Lilith looks like she's having fun because this is kind of like an adventure, and she admits she'd never left the island before. Uh, and Luffy and Bonnie point out, "Oh, we're gonna miss. I'm gonna miss all this food. This food that's here. Let's bring a lot more pizzas." And Luffy's like, "Oh, it's okay. Sanji has the ingredients on the ship to make more of them." Um, and uh, and then Bonnie compliments Sanji here. It's kind of funny. I wonder if she's really getting a little interested in him because she says it's cool that he's skilled at cooking and a good fighter. And Bonnie talked about like, oh, now that I gave up, I'm feeling better now that I haven't. Now I'm not gonna give up. I gave up killing Vegapunk. Okay, so wait, here's something interesting too. Sidebar we gotta do. She clearly found out something with. I should have pointed this out earlier because she's been sitting in that room with them this whole time, that main area while this plan is being conducted, and they were talking to the elders, the five elders. She must have found out something with Kuma's memory that uh she realizes why her father did what he did. Just a second, I need water. Um, so she's going with them and helping getting away with them. So I don't know if she's got her crew waiting somewhere, but she's gonna go with them for now. Now we switch back to Kizaru and the others, and this is where we see that the information he was relaying, somehow he was using some maybe a Den Mushi, and frick, this is where I'm at. That's like they probably know. Oh wait, what if they change up the plan? As they start, we see that all the a lineup of some of the battleships, and someone reports like Rob Lucci sent us information. We know what they're doing. Relay this information to everyone. Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna pull a fast one on these guys somehow. Maybe they just said that all out loud, except for the part of hacking the front. Wait a minute, who did they leave up there next to him? I hope some of the Straw Hats stay next to Lucci because he can still go taking them out right here. Um, Hold on. We only saw Frankie and Luffy with Bonnie and Lilith running out there. So hopefully someone's gonna guard the other three Vegapunks there. Um, Wait. So where is? We know Shaka unfortunately is gone. Wait, was the other one there? Wait, who was there besides York? What was the third one? Wait, I'm getting a little lost here. Wait, Lilith, Atlas, Edison. Yeah, just those three are the allies, right? That's right. Wait, no. Right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then Pythagoras and Shaka are dead. So I hope that Sanji and Zoro stay up there with the Vegapunks to keep an eye on Lucci here. Because now we switch back to Saturn and Kizaru. And so Saturn's I don't know if Dobrin's still in this shot. I don't think he is. He probably left because he's out right. And so I don't think I don't think Saturn would want to converse everything of their strategy with a vice admiral. Uh, so Saturn said first says like Kizaru, did you hear what that happened? And Saturn, Kizaru was like, yep, Straw Hat was arrogant, was being very arrogant, and he thinks he has control of the situation, but we got them cornered. So this is something interesting though. Kizaru kind of like resists something with Saturn. So Saturn asks him, well, since the Frontier defense system uses lasers, can't you like reverse travel through those things and go back there inside, get inside? Um, and Keyser's like, yeah, it might be possible, but I don't want to fight with, I don't want to fight Sentomaru. And um, so Saturn's like, just ignore him. And I don't know what this means. I thought maybe no, maybe what he means is he wants to. I think maybe what Keyser means is I'm just gonna I want to take him out. I can't. He says I can't just ignore a man determined to fight for his duty that will go against my ideals. I'm a little confused by that statement out, but so and then Keyser reminds him we got to be we understand him. We got to be shrewd about this because we don't want to because all those pacifistas and the mech beasts under Sentomaru's control. Oh, that's what it is probably too. Will cause a lot of havoc and may take out many of our marine ships here. And Saturn's like, okay, this is. He gets a little frustrated here, but he's like, okay, I get that, but do we know where the power plant is at least? And it looks like Lucci may have relayed that information because Keyser says, because of Lucci, we have everything we need here. And so he starts ordering the battle stations of all the ships. So what I think he might mean actually, I was thinking about this earlier. I almost forgot. I think Sentomaru. I mean, Keyser wants to go after Sentomaru because if he can take him out, they can make the other pacifistas stand down. Because it's the same thing that happened earlier where Lucci tried to take out Sentomaru, and it did work temporarily where Sentomaru got passed out, I think, right? And so, what do you call it? Wait a second. Did that episode release yet? Let's see if I can start finding that. Just a second. Just a second. Hold on. Refresh. Nope, not yet. No? Maybe I gotta wait a little while. Nope. Okay. Anyways, so they get all these. The other officers on the ships are ordering their battle stations of their, the like their cannons and whatnot, and we start seeing the other vice admirals they're rallying their troops, and so we see the big guy, the one big admiral. He's like, tell anyone who can use Rokushiki, $6 to be ready to get to assault the place. And then we got that one with the weird neck. He's telling them, remember, you can't use bombardment cannons and whatnot on the pacifistas because they'll just block it. And then aim for attack the sea beast instead. We see that old one saying something about free all the CP0 agents from those pirates. Okay, let's see. So now we go back to the Sunny and where the Sunny and the Vega Force is, and they arrived at the Sunny there, and see Lilith is running for the Vega Force, and the other guns are gonna get on the ship. And Luffy's kind of goofing around again though, and let's see here. Because he's jumping around in the clouds. They got the clouds there that are like the Sky Islands, and he's bouncing around there. Did I miss anything? I feel like I'm missing something here with this. Also, yeah, I just want to point again, Lucci. Can't believe he's still working with him like this. He could have got the kill there, but he's still gonna do. You know what it is? He probably just hates Luffy so much that he's willing to make sure he can take Luffy down, even if he ends up getting hurt somehow. Sorry. So now we switch near the end here, and we got Kizu is ready to pull his tactic to this way. He's gonna try and infiltrate the island, and he starts creating charging up his light beam, and he fires it inside the island. He fires it past the beast, and it's like ricocheting around. And Sentomaru sees this happening somehow, so he orders the pacifistas to begin fighting, and Kizaru goes right for Sentomaru, but luckily Sentomaru was quite aware of his power. And I'm surprised how well he does this. Sentomaru prepares himself with his haki, and it's the last panel one of the last couple panels here. Well, this one Kizaru comes in and kicks at Sentomaru, but he uses his hands like he did against Lucci and he's done against Luffy before to block him the attack. And he reiterates how my defense is the toughest in the world. And they have a great panel here of him being kicked at by Kizaru, but he's blocking it perfectly. I just don't know about how long he can do this because Kizaru is extremely fast, much like Lucci, and it's probably what do you call it? Why isn't this probably wait, how do I put this? Probably gonna outmaneuver Sentomaru eventually. So then we end this with the other scenes, some of the light from Kizaru, and they're like confused, like, hey, what's going on down there? There's a light coming from down below, and Luffy's like, oh, I can sense someone very strong coming. So I think Kizaru is coming right for them. How come this didn't work? The recording stopped. God dang it. Okay, so how come that didn't freaking work? My recording didn't continue. I'm gonna have to get this. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter there. Where is? Oh, right here. So damn, this is about to get serious. Man, the other episode's not up yet. So is it a second. Don't do step. Let's see here. What the hell just happened with that recording? Just a second. That was great. Oh my god, I'm tensing up just thinking about this shit just finally going down here. Like last week, we just had time to like, when did that stop at? No. And that went. Where are we at now? Yeah, I missed 7 minutes. Dang it. Anyways, I'll have to get this later. Wait, is the new episode up yet? I think it's supposed to come out soon. Wait, how do you check? Oh, can I go newest? No, I want to go. Oh, to check the seasons here. How many seasons are we at now? I don't even know. Come on. What the heck? Oh, fuck off then. Oh, what are we getting here? Lucci, of course. God damn it, Lucci. This is gonna really complicate things. I should have known. I shouldn't have thought of that before. Like, they should just get him out of that room. They should have. They didn't put the sea prism stuff back on. I don't think they want to fight around, forcing him to. But now he knows what they're doing, likely, and he's relaying the information to Kizaru and Saturn. I mean, he don't know Saturn there. I wonder if he'd shit himself if he knew Saturn there. I wonder if the Cypherport agents have ever met the Gorosei. We know the admirals, obviously. What else here? I know it's too while Saturn's just sitting here with all this, he's enjoying a glass of wine. I wonder if too while he's talking with Kizaru, is he still relaying information with the other Gorosei so they're appraised of the situation, or will he just report to them as he needs to? Probably gonna have to wait a little bit for the One Piece episode to come out. No, I'm gonna come back later and stream that when it comes out. It looks like it's not quite up yet. So the Straw's got a plan here, and I hope it can work. It looks like the Vegapunks are. Yeah. Also, we should have a moment of silence of sorts for Shaka and Pythagoras. So Shaka was killed by York herself. She shot him through the head. So he definitely did. Boom. They're done. I guess there's no way to like, I don't know, save their conscience and make it to another one. I guess it doesn't work that way with them. Second, Pythagoras is gone, and I think that was one. I think S Snake killed him. I know it's cute now. They're making a Hancock all the S Snake all cute, but she's the one I'm pretty sure was the one who if I check right, murdered Pythagoras. She just stomped on him. When it was right after she froze Lilith and Usopp and partially to Frankie, she goes up to Pythagoras and stomps on him, I think. Let me check that again. It was right here. Again. No. Wasn't it 1070? Let's see. No, that wasn't the one. I just had the chapter. Where'd it go? Was it the end of this one? Yeah, 1078. 12 chapters ago. Yeah, Usopp and Lilith. Lilith was there. Usopp and Lilith are completely frozen. That's right. So she was also like unfrozen later. And Lilith too was there. I mean, York was there, which she knows she already did. Yeah, and she just destroys Pythagoras there. So and also we had to point out, yeah, Nami, Robin was all beat up here. So it must have been her and Chopper and Atlas were together. So they must have been the one to get down to York and just stop her, I think, because they, um, because she's the one who Atlas was the one who came up in this chapter 1078, said that there's a basement down below that I think she said they don't use it anymore. So they must have got down there to stop it. But also the question raised comes to like, how did they finally catch the other ones with the bubble gun? Someone must have who would have got the bubble guns? Let's see, Nami, maybe, and the others. Someone must have got the bubble guns, and they were able to finally dismantle the others. Disable the other S, the Seraphims while they were fighting. So who was see? Lucci and Luffy were fighting S, Bear, Kaku, and Zoro had to go after S Hawk because he went somewhere else. Who was that then? One of them went after Nami, and then Zoro and Luffy, and then Sanji came over there to fight it. Which one was that? Probably that must have been the S Shark, and yeah, I forgot what the other groups were. So, anyways, yeah, that was a great chapter. A lot to go over there now. It's great to finally have the Gorosei and Luffy talk to each other. Come on, how do I check this out? Yeah, so anyways, I think I'll just end this stream for now, and I'll come back in a little bit when I can get the new One Piece episode where we're going to continue with Kaido and Luffy's fight. Woo! Thank God I didn't lose any power yet. Yeah, I'll just end the stream here for now, and I'll come back later.